All right, so we're going to be replacing this wheel hub assembly on this 2017 Chevy Silverado 5.3 1500. Let's get into it. So what I like to do next is I like to undo the outer tie rod. You're probably saying, well, why are you going to undo the outer tie rod if you're just doing the wheel hub? That's because if I undo the outer tie rod, I'm able to pivot this knuckle any which way I want so I can get access to the bolts that are tying down the wheel hub to the actual knuckle. Now here's the fastest way to remove an outer tie rod from the knuckle. That's how you do it. Now that the outer tie rod has been removed, now we're able to pivot this effortlessly to gain access to our bolts. Let's keep moving forward. All right, so now that we have the outer tie rod undone, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pivot this. And now we're gonna gain access to our bracket bolts that tie the bracket to the knuckle. Now you don't have to undo the slide pins. You can move the caliper and the bracket all one piece. That's how I do it. And let me show you guys that right now. All right, so now that we have our bracket caliper set up, unbolted, let's put a bungee cord and let's secure this so this doesn't fall because this is extra heavy. All right, so now that our bracket is secured with our caliper, we're gonna go ahead, slide off the rotor, exposing our wheel hub. So now the next order of business is we're gonna undo the axle nut. Great. Now that we have our axle nut removed, let's go ahead and work on our bolts. Yep, 15. Go ahead, break them loose. Perfect. All right, let me show you guys how to remove this hub without any fancy tools or pullers or anything like that. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna grab yourself a hammer. That's the first thing you're gonna do. And you're gonna start to strike. There it goes. This one wasn't in there. Too bad. It's actually coming out pretty smooth. All right, cool. And that's how you guys remove a wheel hub. Now, normally they require a lot more force than that. But for whatever reason, this one's just coming right out. All right, so the next order of business now is we got to clean up all this rust, clean this all nice, clean the mating surface, and then we're going to install our wheel hub. All right, so basically, you're going to put your plate back on, and now you're just going to slide it right in, and you're going to line up your bolt holes with the holes on the back of the knuckle. Now, just for securing purposes, we're not going to tighten this all the way down. We're just going to put our axle nut back on, just so this thing doesn't fall out while we're trying to install it. Don't forget to put your plate now, okay? You need your plate. Perfect. Now we're just going to take our bolts and we're just going to run them right back through. Now, as long as you did a good job cleaning the hub, this should be effortless to catch these bolts. If it's not effortless to catch these bolts, take this hub back out and make sure you clean it better. That's your cue telling you that you did not clean it properly. Okay. All right. So now that we got our bolts caught, we're going to go ahead and we're going to tighten this all down. And then we're going to connect our ABS wire, put our tire back on, tighten down our axle nut, and then we're good to go.